This presentation provides an overview of the Breedplan 200-day Growth EBVs and what information is used to calculate them. The 200-day Growth EBVs, calculated by Breedplan, estimate genetic differences between animals in the live weight of animals at 200 days due to their growth genetics. The 200-day Growth EBVs are expressed in kilogram units, with higher, more positive 200-day Growth EBVs indicating greater genetic potential for growth to 200 days or around 6 to 7 months of age. The 200-day Growth EBVs calculated by Breedplan are calculated based off live weights of calves as recorded by seed stock producers when calves are at or around 200 days of age. While ideally calves will be weighed when they are close to this 200 days of age, any weights taken between 80 to 300 days of age will potentially be included in the calculation of the 200-day Growth EBV. While in most circumstances just one weight at around 200 days will be adequate for calculation of the 200-day Growth EBV, seed stock producers do have the option of recording two different weights within this age range for use within the 200-day Growth EBVs. All information that's recorded by seed stock producers regarding the 200-day weights of calves is submitted directly to the Breedplan office. When recording performance information for inclusion in the calculation of 200-day Growth EBVs, there are a number of important considerations which should be taken by seed stock producers. Importantly, appropriate scales and weighing equipment should be used at all times, and these scales should be checked regularly to ensure that accurate measurements are being recorded. The scale should also be set to weigh animals to the nearest kilogram. When recording 200-day weight information, it is also important to ensure that all calves within the same mob are weighed on the same day. Breedplan automatically forms different contemporary groups for animals measured on different days, and these animals remain in a separate group throughout the rest of their life. So it's very important in terms of maintaining the effectiveness of the performance information, not only at 200 days, but for all the other traits that will be recorded on these animals, that all calves within a mob are weighed on the same day. Further, it is very important that calves are weighed when they're in as large a group as possible, so as to ensure that the maximum number of calves are directly compared within the same contemporary group by Breedplan. A good example of this is when castrating male calves prior to taking 200-day weights. In this fashion, the steer calves will be separated from the male calves, and so it is of benefit if we can get a weight on those calves when they are all in the same group prior to castration or on the day of castration. When recording 200-day growth information, it is also very important to record management groups to clearly identify animals which have been weighed on the same day but subject to different management prior to weighing that may have affected the weight of those calves. A good example of this is calves which have been given supplementary feed or have been reared by mothers that have been given supplementary feed. When early weaning has been practiced, one consideration that can be made by stud producers to improve the accuracy of their 200-day weight EBVs is to consider taking an early weight on those animals at the time of weaning and then a later weight when the animals are closer to the 200 days of age. It is also important when collecting 200-day weight information to consider whether mature cow weights will be collected. If so, it is important that the mature cow weights are taken in association with the 200-day weight information. Breedplan will only analyse mature cow weight information for females when a 200-day weight has been taken on their calf within 2 weeks of weighing. For ease of recording 200-day weight information, it is best to consider coordinating the weighing with other management activities when the calves are likely to be coming through the yards. A good example of this will be weaning, if weaning at around 6 to 7 months. So hopefully this provides you with a good overview of the 200-day Growth EBVs and the information that's used to calculate them. Further information is available from the Breedplan website, particularly within the technical area where there's a number of tip sheets available. Alternatively, please do not hesitate to contact the Breedplan office on the number displayed on the screen.